Good morning, students. Let us move on to the next topic, that is breathing in other animals. Animals like elephants, lions, cows, goats, frogs, etc., they all have lungs in their chest cavities just like we human beings have. Okay? But how do other organisms breathe? Just like cockroaches, okay? Cockroaches or insects. How do they breathe? Cockroaches have got small openings on the sides of their body. Okay, they have got like this very small openings at the sides of the body. Not only cockroaches but other insects also have got openings like this. Okay, and what are these openings called as? These openings are called as spiracles. Okay, these openings are called as spiracles. So not only cockroach but other organisms also have got openings called as spiracles. Insects also have got a network of air tubes called as tracheae. As you can see in the figure, this is air tube, okay? All these are the air tubes. And what are these air tubes called as? These air tubes are called as trachea. Okay, tracheae, that is trachea is the plural and trachea is the singular. So what are trachea are tubes present in the insects for gaseous exchange. Now what happens is, this insect also, how do they breathe? The air enters through the spiracles. Okay, spiracles are what? Openings. These are openings. So the air enters through the spiracles and then they reach into these tracheal tubes, and from the tracheal tubes they move into each and every body part. You can say each and every cells or each and every tissues. Okay, and in the same way, carbon dioxide from each and every cell, okay, from each and every cell, the carbon dioxide firstly goes into the tracheal tubes, and from the tracheal tubes it moves out from the spiracles. So this is how the insects breathe. Clear? About earthworm, you have already studied in class 6 that earthworms breathe through their skins, isn't it? They have got moist and slimy skin, earthworms, and they breathe through their skins. Frogs also have got skin, and frogs also breathe through their skins, but not only through their skin, frogs also breathe through a pair of lungs. Just like human beings, frogs also have got a pair of lungs. So frogs breathe through lungs as well as they can also breathe through their skin. Clear? Then we will see how fishes breathe. Fishes, you all have studied that all the organisms which live in water, especially especially the fishes. How do fishes breathe? You all know that fishes breathe through gills. Okay, they have got gills in their body, and what happens? The oxygen enters from their nostrils. Okay, from the nostrils they move into the gills, and these gills have got blood vessels, lots of blood vessels. Okay, and it is through how this, from the gills it goes to the blood vessels and it is supplied to all parts of the body. In the same way, carbon dioxide, whatever carbon dioxide is present in fish's body, it moves out first, comes from all the blood vessels. Okay, blood vessels, children, you will study in the next chapter. So for the time being, you should know that there are only blood vessels. Many blood vessels are there, and from the blood vessels it goes to the gills, and from the gills it moves out from the nostrils. Okay, so the gills helps the fish to use oxygen which is dissolved in the water. Clear? Now next is we will see how plants respire. Again, you all know, children, just like human beings and other organisms, what happens? Plants also take in oxygen from the air and they give out carbon dioxide. Okay, so here also what happens? It is the same procedure. You all know that in the cells, just like human beings, plants also, all the oxygen that the plant takes up, okay, it is used to break down the glucose into carbon dioxide. okay, and water, just like other organisms. Just like we also take in oxygen, and then what do? We, after taking oxygen, we break down glucose, and what is given out? Carbon dioxide and water. So here also plants also does the same thing, just like other organisms. Clear? Then you have already studied that how do plants take in oxygen and other gases. It is by the help of through the leaves. And what do the leaves have? Leaves have got tiny pores called stomata for the exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide. Okay, so actually what happens, the plants, they take oxygen and the air from each and every part, but maximum is taken from the leaves. Okay, so just like leaves and other parts, roots also breathe. Okay, how do the roots breathe? The roots, like for example, see, you have got the plant, okay, and you have got the roots of the plant. Clear? So what happens, the root cells, they also, these roots, they need the oxygen. Okay, so what do? The roots, they take up air from the air spaces. Now you can see in the figure, okay, you have got air spaces between the soil particles. Last year also you have studied about this. These are the soil particles, and between the soil particles there are air spaces present. Okay, so what do the roots do? The roots take in oxygen or air from the root spaces present in the soil. Okay, that is why you must have seen that whenever, if you overwater any plant, whenever you are giving more water to the plants than required, what will happen? You will see that after few days the plant will die. What is the reason for the plants to die? Because when you are watering, more water is put in the soil, what will happen? All the soils, all the particles, sorry, the air space which are present between the soil, they are all filled with water. And when they are filled with water, what will happen? The roots will not be able to breathe. So that is why if you overwater a plant, the plant will die. Clear, children? So I hope, children, that this chapter is clear to all of you. Please read the chapter thoroughly and be prepared for your exams. All the best for your exams.